Sarah Ferguson reveals personal mission before Princess Beatrice's baby is born. Princess Beatrice and Sarah Ferguson at the 10th annual Lady Garden Foundation Langan's Ladies' Lunch fundraising for the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity on October 15, 2024 in London. Sarah Ferguson is championing a new environmental cause before Princess Beatrice's baby is born and she becomes a grandmother again. On November 11, the Duchess of York, who is popularly known as Fergie, announced a new mission to eliminate plastic diapers through a new initiative called The Greater Good. The Duchess of York, 65, highlighted her commitment to the cause from her perspective as a grandmother with her family about to grow once again. Fergie's eldest daughter, Princess Beatrice, is expecting her second child with husband Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, and Buckingham Palace has announced the baby is due in early spring 2025. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. In a few months I'm going to become a grandmother for the 5th time. August, Ernest, Sienna and Wolfie will be joined by another beautiful boy or girl, as our family grows once more, the Duchess of York wrote in an op-ed for the Daily Mail, naming her grandchildren. Fergie is a grandmother to Princess Beatrice and Edo's daughter Sienna, 3, and Edo's 8-year-old son Christopher Wolfe, who is affectionately nicknamed Wolfie, from a previous relationship. The Duchess of York is also a grandmother to her younger daughter Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank's 2 sons, August, 3, and Ernest, 1. As all grandmothers know, from story time, to tea time, to nap time, family life is a hands-on affair, not least when it comes to changing nappies, she continued, using British parlance for diapers. Over the course of my life, I've been no stranger to it. When my first grandchild was born, I rolled up my sleeves as though a 30-year hiatus had never happened. Seeing nappy after nappy thrown into the bin, I began to wonder, what are these nappies made of and where are they going? Researching it, I was stunned. They are full of plastic waste, each one damaging our environment, Fergie wrote. The Duchess of York, who shares her daughters with her ex-husband, Prince Andrew, cited statistics about diapers' role in the global plastic waste crisis, acknowledging how times have changed and greater awareness has been raised since Beatrice, 36, and Eugenie, 34, were born. The Duchess said that she tried to find plastic-free diapers that were 100% compostable when she became a grandmother, but it just wasn't possible. Fergie said that this gap inspired her to launch a global campaign to eliminate plastic nappies with the greater good, and that she travelled to Samoa, where King Charles and Queen Camilla toured in October for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, their second stop after Australia, to unveil the project. The Duchess of York described the island state of Samoa as particularly impacted by plastic pollution, and a place where diapers comprise nearly 30% of household waste. Sparking change, the Greater Good campaign is offering a new solution through quality diapers that can be composted into soil within 6 to 8 weeks. To date, 18 women have been employed in the process of delivering, collecting and composting the diapers. And the Duchess said that the government-backed project has shown that for every 100 babies, it's possible to eradicate about 1,543 pounds of plastic waste each week. With a new grandchild about to enter the world, and my career as a nappy changer about to restart, I am incredibly optimistic about the future of our planet, and this is entirely thanks to projects like this which are helping to protect the oceans for our babies to grow up and enjoy plastic-free, she wrote in close. The Duchess of York isn't the only environmental advocate in the royal family, so is Princess Eugenie, who memorably had a plastic-free wedding, and introducer her mother to the UN Special Envoy for the Oceans, Peter Thompson, as Fergie began researching the plastic diaper crisis. King Charles has also campaigned for conservation for decades, and seems to have passed down the passion to his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, who are driving change as founders of the Earthshot Prize and Travelist, respectively. Sarah Ferguson says Queen was more my mother than my own in candid admission. Sarah Ferguson says the late Queen was more my mother than my own in a candid admission. The Duchess of York, 65, spoke fondly of her former mother-in-law while on a trip to Australia to promote her new book. Sarah, whose mother died in a car accident in Argentina in 1998, revealed how the late Queen Elizabeth was a motherly figure in her life, and to the whole Commonwealth when appearing on the Jess Rowe Big Talk show. She said, "The thing about the Queen was that she was more my mother than my own mother. The Queen was an iconic, legendary, stalwart, steadfast, invisible hand of love behind your back. I mean, she was the grandmother of the nation. She was the steadfastness of an extraordinary pillar of strength for the Commonwealth, for the nation, for Australia, for the world." Prince Andrew's former wife took in the Queen's much-loved two corgis, Mick and Sandy, who live with the Duke and Duchess of York at Royal Lodge in Windsor. Sarah added, "They are national treasures. They are very spoiled." The mother of two previously gave tribute to Britain's longest reigning monarch on the first anniversary of her death. She called Elizabeth her second mother and said, "I will miss her more than words can express." Earlier this year, the Duchess of York marked the anniversary of her own mother's death on Instagram. She said, "My much-loved mother Susie died 26 years ago today. She was far too young to be taken from us, and I often reflect on the fact that at just 61, she was younger than I am now when she died in a cruel accident. I think constantly of her zest for life, and her shining spirit. Like all of us, she made mistakes, but she taught me to value each and every day and to always seek to treat people with kindness. I miss her greatly." The former wife of Prince Andrew is currently in Australia, just weeks after King Charles and Queen Camilla visited the country. The Duchess of York, 65, attended a literary event at Joondalup Resort, where she signed copies of her books. She donned a little black dress under a pink blazer for the occasion, pairing these with black heels. Sarah's outing comes after the King, 75, instructed his Keeper of the Privy Purse, the monarchy's finance director, to sever the Duke of York's annual personal allowance. This is believed to be in the region of £1 million a year. Royal commentator Robert Hardman made these claims in his updated biography. The updated edition of Hardman's biography, Charles III, New King, New Court. The inside story is being released in hardback with 3 new chapters. In addition, the King, 75, is thought to be no longer paying for Andrew's 7-figure private security detail. A source told the Mail, the Duke is no longer a financial burden on the King. The King is also understood to want Prince Andrew, 64, to move out of his home at Royal Lodge, where he lives with his ex-wife Fergie. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.